Hey guys, it's Chris here. Today we have another video for you. Today I'm going to be training for my 50k. I will be running about 20k today. I'll be doing maybe 1,100 vertical meters. So it's an off day today. So I have my long run today. And we'll be going onto the mountain. So we'll actually be going up there. It's a Gaisberg, the local mountain in Salzburg. And we're just going to start our run right now. It's early in the morning. It's a little bit fresh. But expect to get warm once we gain some vertical meters. And it's going to be about 2 kilometers to the mountain. I'm going to be doing an easy run. Once we get there, I'll do some uphill running, do some intervals, but I'll do a lot of walking in between and walk most of the vertical meters. And then when I descend, I'll be running downhill, which will be really important for me for the ultra-marathon, which is going to be 50k. So really want to focus on the downhill, and yeah, I'll keep you updated. We just ran about 2k. I think we still have about 500-600 meters until we reach the ascent from the mountain. It's already going a little bit steeper uphill here. Yeah, so I run on the asphalt 2.5k until I reach the mountain, but I'm wearing my Hoka Speedgoat 5. I think I pretty much broke them in already, but they're pretty good. So the cushioning is really good, so I don't mind running on the asphalt a few k. But can't wait to get to the trails today. So a really nice day today. So guys, walking again. We have about 5.5k and probably about 300 vertical meters already. So I'm just walking up the mountain. It's getting pretty warm. My feet are really warm in the Hoka Speedgoat 5, but I think it's because I decided to wear merino socks today. Merino wool, they're pretty warm, so I'll probably not use those socks when I run the 50k race because they're just too hot. See, that's just about testing your equipment when you're running. Really important to test your stuff out because, you know, like now I know what socks I'm gonna wear and that these are definitely too hot. So you gotta test out your stuff and see what works for you on your training, and definitely use your equipment that you used in your training. Don't ever try new stuff when you're running your race. Always wear the same things, because then you'll know what you won't have any unexpected issues. There's a saying here, wer rastet, der rostet, in German, which means those who rest get rusty. So if you don't move and you just rest, you don't do anything, it will be harder to move, so better keep moving. So we're here going up in the forest. It's pretty steep here, but I'm happy it's a mix-up, you know. I finished a 63k ultra last year. It had about 3,700 vertical meters, which is about 12,000 feet maybe. But I trained on the mountains. I used to run up the mountain or hiked up pretty quick, ran down, and you know, that was it. So I'm really happy if in this training I'll mix it up a bit. You know, I'll have some sections where I run down and run uphill again. I think that was missing in my last training, was the mix up. Just running up and down the mountain wasn't enough, so I'll have a lot of sections where I run up and then I'll go down again, run down. Because, you know, when you run an ultra, you'll have lots of ups and downs. They'll be a lot longer, but trying to mix it up as much as I can. First downhill section. I'm gonna try and run downhill for about maybe half a k or so. Then I'll walk up another section just to get the mix in. I can feel it's really tiring on my legs if I run downhill, but the switch takes usually a couple meters. You know, then the muscles will switch up and it's gonna feel a lot easier. So I feel like these are really important, you know, mixing it up, not just going uphill all the time and then downhill and that was it. About 8k in, 600 vertical meters. We have about 300 vertical meters to the top. Then I'll run a few passages down and up again. So you can see the beautiful mountain range here, still full of snow. Back there you see the Watzmann, which is a famous mountain here, which is about 2,700 meters high, which is almost 10,000 feet, I guess. You know, Salzburg is on 400, so it's a pretty high mountain, but right now it's still not possible to go up there, at least not possible with hiking shoes. So there's still too much snow, but I'm looking forward to going up those mountains, maybe by the end of May. Going back uphill, going pretty good so far. So it's usually light. My heart rate is usually at about 130, 120 when I walk up. I'm gonna try and do some strides, you know. I'll try and run up the hill a little bit. My heart rate will go up to about 150, 160, but I'll usually switch between the two. I'm feeling my calves a little bit today, but it's probably because I've been going up on the steep part pretty fast, so, but otherwise legs are feeling good. Oh man, that was tiring. But they get easier over time, so keep doing the runs uphill, and one day you'll run up the whole mountain. Let's do it. Okay, enough for today. I'm taking my first gel today. It's a bit late. I'm almost 2 hours into the run. Usually I'd like to get a gel in half an hour or an hour into the run, but yeah. So I actually have these gels here, SIS, isotonic. I ordered them. I didn't know they were electrolyte gels, so I didn't even know they exist. But they're pretty good. I think they have about 80 or 90 calories, so not too many calories, but they're electrolyte gels. They're okay, so I wasn't expecting them. The consistency is a little different, but yeah, they're good, so I'll have some water with them. Finally made it to the top. See the cross here. So from the city, it's actually just about 870 vertical meters gain to get to the top of this mountain, and I usually run up and down a few sections, so I get a few more meters in, because at this point, you know, 900 vertical meters aren't too much for me, so just increasing my volume every week, so it's going pretty good. I'm about to run down now, so downhill running is pretty fun when you get good at it, you know. At the beginning it's like hard, you know, you feel your legs, but once you get used to it, I kind of like running downhill, so, which is good because it's a pain in the ass in an ultra. Once you get to, when you had your first few downhills in, it gets really tiring, and then downhills can be a nightmare. So yeah, practicing downhill is important. Just have fun when you're doing it. It's such a beautiful day today. You can see in the background, you see Salzburg, the mountain range here, the Alps in Austria. So I'm very fortunate to live here. I live in Salzburg, Austria. And that's the city here, Salzburg. You can see Kapuziner back here, and the castle down here, and the mountain range here. Actually, that's Germany over there. We're actually bordering Germany, and it's a really beautiful place. So if you do get to Austria, definitely visit Salzburg. It's really nice. You know, it's pretty famous for the Sound of Music, Mozart, and it has a lot of culture. So definitely visit the city, get into the mountains. It's really beautiful. So today was a training day actually for a 50K, and I'll actually be running the HOCHKÖNIG 50K race beginning of June. So that's gonna be about 6 weeks out. I've been training in the mountains for the last few weeks. Had some back-to-back long runs here in the mountains. So far the training is going pretty good. So I actually finished my 63K last year in Spain. And so this year I'll actually be doing a 50K, which is going to be a little bit less, but I'm going to try and run a little bit faster this time. So when I did the 63K, you know, we were one of the last people to finish. We did finish the race, which was really good, and we were really happy about it. But this time we will try to, I'll try to make it maybe into the top top 50%. So I would need to be about running about under 8 hours. So it's going to be really tough. You know, my goal, of course, is to finish the race. And if I finish the race, you know, that's going to be the most important part. But if I could finish in a good time, it would be pretty sweet. So aiming for the top half, HOCHKÖNIG 50K beginning of June. Bottom of the mountain again. You can see the mountain in the background, and it's almost flat. It's going downhill a little bit. Trying to run it with a steady pace. So we're back down here. We just ran about 18 kilometers, so it was running and hiking. We were up on this mountain here. I have about 1,000 meters vertical gain. A little bit less than I wanted to today, but it was a pretty good training. I feel pretty good. It's Monday, so I'll still be training for the whole week. So you don't want to exaggerate when you do the long runs in the mountains. You know, you still want to have some reserves for your for the rest of the training days. So I still have about 2 kilometers back. I'll do a slow run, then I'll have about 20K. Yeah, it's been pretty good today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the training day for the 50K. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Okay, let's run home.